Right, that was the news section. And before we carry on with the questions, it's a month away now from Valentine's Day. I think it's the 17th of January now, I think it is. And many people are wondering what to buy the other half or whatever. And I think some people had that same problem before Christmas. And it was while I was back in Liverpool, because that's where I come from, where Chris thinks it's the land of burning cars and crime.
But it is.
Yeah, what's endorsed at a tractor and full of farmers. But I was in Liverpool and was waiting for a bus, and I was just standing there, and an old woman just came up to me and she went, are you that lad I was talking to you the other week? I went, no. She said, are you sure you're not that lad that I was talking to you about the perfume? I went, no, I wasn't. No. She went, oh, you look exactly like him. I went, oh, right, okay. And so she started going on about how she went, oh, this lad then I was talking to. He said, oh, he was trying to buy something for his ma for Christmas, and he came across this perfume still, and he went in and he got this perfume. He said it was Pour Homme, and I was like, oh right, okay. Thinking, I can't wait till this bus to come so I can get away from this mad old woman. But she was going on about the perfume. She was like, Pour Homme. She went, do you know what that means? I went, no, it sounds quite French, doesn't it? And he gave this to his ma, and he's like, Pour Homme. And his ma went, hey, that says that's for him. So you can imagine how that lad felt. I was like, yeah. Just trying to make this woman shut up, just get on the bus. This old woman at the bus stop was just going on about how this lad had bought his mum aftershave, really. Aftershave that you'd normally give your dad. So it got me thinking, it's quite easy to make a mistake with languages, isn't it? Sometimes, I know surely a lot of people have failed like language tests. I know I wasn't very good at Spanish. Probably one of the reasons why I failed. But we're just wondering, for our next question, what would you do if you failed your exams? And have you got any answers on this, Chris? What should you actually do if you end up getting your results?
Kill yourself. just end it now. Just. I mean, you'd be so disappointed. You put in all that work. You know, you did your hardest, but the system still let you down. I'd just end it now. Do you think that's good advice?
It's a bit extreme, don't you think? Kill yourself.
You actually want some genuine advice from me?
Yeah.
Oh, but you should have said. I think that you should try again. Cause it's that old saying, isn't it? Try again.
I think
that's self-explanatory, really.
Isn't it just easier to quit and give up?
Yeah, but if you quit everything you do, then you'll never get anything done, would you? You know, if you like failed once, like nothing will ever get done. Like if you, for example, wanted to make yourself a sandwich, but you dropped the bread on the floor, then if you just went, you know what, I'm not gonna have a sandwich, I'm not gonna eat. You know, then you know you wouldn't eat, and then you'd starve because you just wouldn't be able to ever make sandwiches again because you've just given up on sandwiches. And you know, I live off sandwiches. That's your student lifestyle. That's what you do. You live off sandwiches. So yeah, just try again. That's what I would say. You've got to.
Okay. Well, what happens if you got to the end of the first year at uni? Yeah. And
Yeah.
then you found out you'd failed. You'd have to do the whole first year again. Would you want to do the whole first year again and pay that extra money?
Yeah. Well, I suppose that is a big deal. I mean, it depends. You're still around your same friends, aren't you? You know, in the end, uni's supposed to be the best time of your life. That's what it's described as being in the brochure, and in the holiday brochure. And I think I would say that I would cut most of what I've just said. That's what I would say. But seriously, I think that you should definitely stick with it. And Karen, that's my advice. That's my general advice to the end of that question. So we will now turn our thoughts and our minds and our prayers towards the last question before we start to wrap up the show, and I'm going to let Sean take this one. So, Sean, hit us with that last question.
Right, as we near the end of the show, we've got one of the final questions here. It's whether or not you'd try and get a job over the summer. And there's been a bits of news stories over jobs in the past week or so. Like, apparently they're raising the retirement age it's going up from 65, so it'll be even by the time we're 19 now, 18 now. By the time we come to retire, it'll be probably about 80 years old. You have to keep working.
Well, that's depressing.
So yeah, we were wondering, would you think of getting a job over the summer, perhaps?
I think it's definitely a good idea. I mean, it definitely depends, where you can get a job, because now with the economic downturn.
What jobs have you had in the past?
I mean, I managed to get a job in in Mazatlan. That was a laugh. But I mean, it's really anything you can get. I mean, money's a necessity. It's something that everyone wants.
Oh yeah.
So to get money, you have to have a job, and to really be able to have money to spend at uni, you want to be able to pay off some of your debt. So I think it's always a good idea to try and get a job. But if you can't get a job, then don't let your folks tell you that you obviously didn't try hard enough to find a job or whatever, because we are in tough times. So keep positive, guys.
Do you have a guess what a survey is just the average amount of money students earn per hour during term time in 2010? With the jobs, have a guess how much?
How much the students earn per hour? And is it about £8 an hour, I'd say.
No, it's £6.50 apparently.
Oh, that's terrible.
But
that's still money.
Yeah, money's important. You only work to get money, don't you? You don't work. Maybe you work because you enjoy it. But are summer jobs perhaps a necessity if you need to spend money over the summer?
Well, I mean, it's always. It depends. If you go by the philosophy that you only live once, then no, don't get a job. Don't get a job. Spend all your money that you got from your student loan. Get a huge tattoo on your back with the money, and then just starve for the rest of the year. That's all you need to do. But if you believe that you should save your money, then I would definitely say that you should get a job, because then it's more money that you don't have to worry about paying back.
Oh yeah, you want jobs on your CV as well when you're in education. Like if you're in university now, I don't know how many people are listening to this who go to university. Probably none. But if you're in university, you get jobs to put on your CV, don't you? So when you go to apply for your first proper job in the future, once you've got your degree or A-levels or whatever, you can go in and say I worked in so and so rather than.
And it's good for references too.
Yeah. So what would we recommend after we've done French perfume? We recommend you kill yourself if you don't get good exams after about the third time.
I would work either in a perfume shop or in a crematorium, because that way you're getting all of the people that are trying to buy this per home that we've advertised. We've got exclusive rights to advertise that, and also so we get to say hi to you in the crematorium nearby us. So ferrying dead souls. That's my dream job. I don't know about you. What a cheerful job that is. But don't, whatever you do, try and get a job in a superstore like Asda or Matalan actually, because they will treat you like poop.
Well, I had a job in a Subway, and then let's say the customers weren't always very friendly. Then there was one story of how a guy once came in and he got served by one of the other people in the store, and he didn't really like the size of his sandwich by the end. I think he preferred 12 inches rather than 6 or something, and he got to the end of the sandwich we'd made for him. He got to the end and decided he didn't like it, so he wouldn't pay for it, so he picked up the sandwich and threw it back at the people behind the counter. And
well, this is Liverpool. I'll just bring the conversation back to that game.
Yeah,
this didn't happen in Liverpool, so don't worry about it happening at a store near you.
Yeah, the view from the person down south.
That would never happen. You know, you might get a tractor driven through the window, but you won't get sandwiches being thrown. But anyway, thanks for listening. If you want to get in touch with us, if you want to get some of your questions sewn into this tapestry we're weaving every week, then just contact us on imstumpedpodcast@hotmail.co.uk.
Alternatively, you can use Twitter. It's www.twitter.com/imstumpedpod, and you can also send us any questions or comments about the show there, and we might read them out next time.
Yeah,
it's been quite a challenge making the first podcast. You don't really know what to say at some points.
Like now.
Yeah, like exactly now, and sometimes you're just filling for time, aren't you? Especially when we haven't got any questions which we can answer, really.
But it'll be better next week when we've got your questions.
It'll improve all the time. We've hit the ground running, and it'll improve all the time.
Yeah.
So we have a question sent in from one of our fans, and it says, "I really have a big head, and it puts me down." And this fan says, "I just think I'm a freak, and I've been feeling down about it for a while now, in brackets several years. I was thinking about talking to a therapist, but it is a physical problem that can't be changed. So apart from not thinking about it, I don't know what else I can do though. And my boyfriend says I am fine, but it doesn't help me much, and that's sent in by Jenny, the blimp."
I'm Chris Beale.
I'm Sean Cassidy.
And this has been I'm Stumped. Thank you for listening.